Hey, ladies and gents, let's take a look and do a real quick activity about quadrilaterals and classifying quadrilaterals. I just want to do this real quick so you can see it. This is not in your packet. It's in just one of my teaching tools, so we're going to walk it through together. Just stick with me here, okay? All right, so we have this table up top. These are the properties. Remember, properties are characteristics. Either has to do with the sides or the angles. You can see here's our sides and here's our angles. There's another side. So sides, we can classify them by their length, how long they are, if they're equal lengths or they're different lengths. And angles, we can classify by acute, obtuse, or right. All right, so let's see, these are our special quadrilaterals. So everything on this row is quadrilaterals, and quad means four-sided figures. So everything here is a four-sided figure. Okay, so let's look at a parallelogram. There's your key word right there, parallelogram. So does a parallelogram have only one pair of parallel sides? No, it does not. It has to have both pairs of parallel sides. Yes. Does a parallelogram have to have four right angles? No, it doesn't, because it can, but it's not required. The only thing required of a parallelogram is that both of the sides are parallel, both pairs. It does not have to have equal sides. Okay? The only requirement of a parallelogram is it's a quadrilateral and it has two pairs of parallel sides. Trapezoid, only one pair of parallel sides. Yes, that's what makes it a trapezoid. It does not have both pairs equal, it does not have four right angles, and it does not have four equal sides. The difference between a parallelogram and a trapezoid is this has two pairs of parallel sides and this has one pair of parallel sides. Rectangle. All right, so picture a rectangle in your mind. This is what I picture when I hear trapezoid. I picture this or that. And then parallelogram, I picture that. Okay, so rectangle, does it have one pair of parallel sides? No, it has to have both pairs of parallel sides. So it has both. Does it have four right angles? Yes, it has to have four right angles. There's no tilting rectangles. Does it have four equal sides? No, it does not. Four equal sides, it has to have opposite sides equal. Okay, let's talk about a rhombus. A rhombus, I picture looking like a diamond. Does it have one pair of parallel sides? No, it is a parallelogram, so it has to have two pairs. That's why a rectangle and rhombus have both pairs, because they're both parallelograms. Does it have four right angles? Not necessarily. It can, but it doesn't have to. Does it have four equal sides? Yes, it does. A square. Square is that one that has the most classifications, right? Does it have one pair of parallel sides? No, it does not. It has to have both because it's a parallelogram. Does it have four right angles? Yes, it does. Does it have four equal sides? Yes, it does. Okay, so we can see some similarities. The only one that has one pair of parallel sides is a trapezoid. That's why it's special. It just has those one pair of parallel sides. Even if it's turned on its side like this, it still has parallel sides on the top and the bottom. All of these have both pairs of parallel sides, so a square, a rhombus, a rectangle are all parallelograms. The only ones that have to have right angles is a rectangle and a square. And the only ones that have to have four equal sides are a rhombus and a square. All right, so let's name these by what they the most specific name. All right, does it have one pair of parallel sides? Nope, it has two, so it can't be a trapezoid. Both pairs of parallel. It could be a parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, or square. Since not all four sides are equal, it's not a rhombus or a square, but opposite sides are equal and four right angles, this is a rectangle. Okay, let's look at this one. 4, 4, 4, and 4. We have four equal sides. The only two that have four equal sides are a rhombus and a square. It does not have four right angles, so it can't be a square. Squares have to have those right angles. So this one is a rhombus. Well, this and this are very similar. The only difference between these two is that this has right angles. This has two acute angles and two obtuse angles. So this one is a square, four equal sides. Okay, this one down here, let me scroll this down a little bit so you can see it. This shape right here only has one pair of parallel sides. These are parallel, but these sides are not. They'll intersect down here. So if it has one pair of parallel sides, there's only one thing that has one pair, and that's a trapezoid. And last but not least, we have opposite sides are equal, 7 and 7, 5 and 5. Opposite sides are equal. We have two pairs of parallel sides. So it looks like a rectangle that's been smushed. The reason it's not a rectangle is because it doesn't have right angles like this rectangle. So this one is a parallelogram. Okay? All right, so that's identifying some of these quadrilaterals, these special quadrilaterals from our shapes. So have fun finishing up your CSI if you haven't, and check out my next video for the answers to the CSI.